Hi, I'm Billy Gwaltney, and this is the CYA Podcast. This show is for the physician who understands the importance of protecting everything you've worked so hard to achieve. Each week, I'll bring you tips and advice to help you cut through the clutter and misinformation and show you exactly what you need to preserve your income and way of life. If you're ready to achieve the peace of mind that only financial security can bring, let's get started. Welcome to today's episode of the Cover Your Assets podcast. This is Billy Gwaltney, and as always, I'm really happy to be with you. In today's episode, we're going to talk about certainty versus uncertainty. As you may know, I specialize in providing private specialty own occupation disability coverage to physicians across the country. It's what I love. I guess I say I specialize. I do it morning, noon, and night and really enjoy it. Work with close to 2,000 physicians across the country and actually all over the world. I love that part of what I do is you ladies and gentlemen move everywhere. And we live in a world where so much is uncertain and unpredictable. You know that. That's nothing new. Maybe most things are uncertain and unpredictable. And when I'm talking with physicians in training, in residency or fellowship, they have so much that's on their plate. There's so many decisions you have to make, starting with medical school and what specialty to pick, which one's best for you, where should you train, where can you train, where to live and work after you graduate, which job to take. And then there are the personal decisions, who to marry or partner with, and just so much. And it continues. There's the stress of carrying a lot of medical school debt, how to pay it off if things go right, and then, God forbid, how to pay it off if things go wrong. And then last but not least, there's the uncertainty of choosing the right disability policy. Which company, what definitions, which broker. There's so much information, and quite frankly, there's so much misinformation. Insurance agents and brokers are weird. Some can be. I try not to be, but maybe everybody's weird in their own way, I guess, right? But disability insurance itself is really weird. It's just a different topic. It's quirky. There are not many who truly understand it. And this is true even in the insurance industry. Most financial advisors, if they do broker disability insurance, they do it as an enticement to get somebody's retirement plan and other kind of things, a financial planning aspect. And they do it because they feel like they have to in order to stay in business. And a lot of times they end up not keeping up with the front lines changes because they really don't want to do it in the first place. And so there are not many who choose to specialize in disability insurance. From a broker standpoint, I'm one of the few. And for some reason, I love it. Maybe that's strange and weird in its own way, but I guess it is what it is. I say all that to say this, that the good news is that it's very possible to become certain about this, okay? It's very possible to become certain about your private own occupation disability coverage. And it's not only possible, it's actually the expectation. You can be and should be absolutely certain about what your coverage says. You should have that in writing. You should know where it says it, what key definitions are there, the true specialty own occupation definition of disability, the enhanced residual benefit, the long-term recovery benefit. You need to have that information accessible to you, and you need to know what it means, and it's possible to have that. You need to know exactly what you're paying, who to call with questions or concerns, who will advocate for you at the time of claim, when the rubber meets the road, when it's needed the most. Who do you turn to? Who do those that you care about that know who to turn to, that they should have that information as well? And this is why I do what I do, to provide each client with certainty in this one vitally important area. Of course, the hope is that all goes well and that your plan A comes to pass and you never need to access coverage. But plans don't always go according to plan. If that doesn't happen, if your plan A doesn't work out, you can be certain that you have the best plan B on the planet. And this is what I make sure that every physician that gives us the privilege of serving them knows, that they have that certainty. And we live in a world with so much uncertainty. Anytime you can find certainty, it's important to grab a hold of it. And it's possible to do that, and it's expected for our clients to get that. So I just wanted to share this with you. The expectation is certainty with your private disability policy. Be sure that you get this part of your financial life exactly right. Don't mess around with that. So please feel free to text me anytime to arrange a conversation. I would be happy to discuss your situation. My number is 704-270-2376. Again, that's 704-270-2376. I'd be happy to talk with you. Until we meet again, this is Billy Gwaltney. Thank you as always for your time.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.